is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton. The Health and Wealth Radio Network, 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Caregiver Solutions Info with Marcia Teal, Tuesdays at 5 p.m.
Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM WNN.
If you suffer with diabetes, there's a 25% chance that you'll develop a foot ulcer that can lead to severe health consequences, including amputation. At the Sole Authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own therapeutic shoes and custom inserts. Medicare recipients are entitled to 1 pair of quality diabetic shoes and 3 custom inserts. Call the Sole Authority today, 954-597-7060.
If you've decided to get back to feeling good again like you used to feel, then you're invited to tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob, at your service Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Talk health. Talk wealth. Talk politics. Talk 1470 and 95.3 FM WNN.
Celebrity Mortgage Corporation, where everyone is treated like a star. The process of obtaining a mortgage to purchase or refinance residential property doesn't have to be overwhelming. I'm Tanya Quarequio, the owner of Celebrity Mortgage and a licensed loan officer. Celebrity Mortgage has helped thousands of clients in Florida realize their dream of homeownership, and we can help you too. We know every family and individual is unique in their needs and requirements. As a mortgage brokerage business, we have access to hundreds of loan programs and thousands of lenders. We will help find the right program that works for you. Tanya Quarequio, NMLS 88836, Celebrity Mortgage, NMLS 206978, where everyone is treated like a star.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Good evening, everyone. Hello out there.
Welcome to the weekend. I'm Gerald.
And I'm Lori.
And we are the Healthy Credit Gals. Our goal is to educate you on credit and financial matters. Join us on this journey to increase your awareness of credit and health and how they impact your life.
If you've ever experienced financial stress, and most of us have at some point, then you know how unsettling it can be. There are many ways to actively take control of the situation, restore your credit score, and rebuild your purchasing power.
If you have a question and want to join the show, call in at 888-565-1470 and let us guide you in creating financial fitness and peace of mind. I can't look at it. Hi, everyone. Here we are. The Healthy Credit Girls are with you tonight, Friday, the last Friday of 2017. Unbelievable. And I'm Gerald.
I'm Lori.
And we're so excited to be here with you tonight and lots to discuss. I think we're going to stay on that path of New Year's resolutions.
That's what everybody's doing.
Right.
You know, this time of year is thinking about what are your resolutions for the new year for 2018. And our question to you is, how does your financial health look right now? And are you making any plans to create a better financial fitness look at your whole finances for 2018. So we would love it if you have a plan, if you have any thoughts on that, if you give us a call. Our phone number here is 888-565-1470. And you can listen to us, catch us on the radio from 6 to 7 right now on AM 1470 and FM 95.3. Or you can actually find us live on our Facebook page, The Healthy Credit Gals.
Right. So here we are, the end of 2017. A lot of us are winding down. It's been a major couple weeks of holidays and maybe a lot of overeating. That could be a little over drinking and
a little overspending.
Overspending. I think maybe a lot of us fall into that category. We have been talking a lot about that 30%. Did you stay in that 30% so your credit card credit score doesn't go off the charts in a downward motion. We do not want that. But that 30% is a really important number. And we've drilled that in many, many, many times. So it may be too late. You may be already over your 30%. And now's the time of year to kind of maybe sit back and say, okay, what are we going to do differently?
And actually, if you are above the 30%, the best thing you can do is plan to get those expenses down to the 30%. And when you start hitting 30% and start getting below that, you'll actually see a bump in your score. It's going to start going up every month. So even if you've already passed that point, at least educating people and sharing that knowledge, I think, is a very important piece of education that most people are not aware of.
Right.
And that's what we want to do, is just make it a conversation about, how we can actually take more control of our expenses, our financial health, our financial fitness. We really want to make sure that just like you go into a gym and work out, that you're able to get your financial fitness in order as well.
Right. And how do you do that? What's the first place to start? And a lot of it is starting with that budget. And that, for a lot of people, you feel that
Pushback.
hesitation, a budget. But really, it's important to know what's coming in, what's the money coming in, and what's the money going out. So do you know how much what your month needs in order to make it meet? And if it's not meeting and you're overspending every month, what can be given up without hurting? I mean, and there's probably some fluff in there for all of us, whether it's that extra cup of coffee on a daily basis or that dinner that you go out with your girlfriends. Maybe you just have to, maybe you cut back. I'm just saying.
It's even as much as looking at, how much do you spend at the grocery store every time you go? What are you buying? What's really your needs and what's your wants? What are your extras? Where can you cut back and just save a little bit each month or each time that you're spending money, so that you can have better financial health?
And once again, that credit score impacts what you are paying on some of those monthly bills. So, for instance, your electric bill can be majorly impacted. Your cell phone service, you could be paying more because of your credit score. So if we can help you if we could assist you in bringing that score so that you've got a much better score and you're not paying more on a monthly basis, maybe that's your first step.
So, yeah, actually, I think taking a look at how much you're spending is such an important thing to look at. I was paying my car insurance today, and, they always let you know everything is impacted by your score. But did you know that your car insurance, how much you pay for your car insurance, is actually impacted by your score? You pay a lot more if you have a lower credit score. And I'm so happy that I'm able to get the best rates. I'm in the number one category because my score is in that top notch of where it could be, which makes it feel a lot better when you're paying bills to know that you're paying the least amount on those crazy things that we pay here in our country. We have insurance for everything.
We have insurance. It's probably your biggest. It's probably maybe next to your mortgage.
Yes.
The amount that you pay for combined insurances is probably mind-boggling.
Well, you think about it, your health insurance.
Health insurance.
Car insurance, house insurance.
Home insurance.
Those are the big ones.
Right. Then and life insurance, which isn't necessarily a big number, but it's an important number. We do advocate for life insurance because there's only two things guaranteed in life: taxes and death, right? Is that what they say?
Yeah, but I mean, how many people really plan? How many people plan for taxes? I mean, probably more than
and
people.
That's another one that's coming up this year. I mean, I know I've always done it in the rears. I don't advocate that, but in January I will have 2016 completely paid off, and I'm really proud of that. Whereas I have a partner sitting in the lobby. He pays it as he goes, and when 2017 comes along and he does his taxes, he's done. He's paid. And I'm putting it out there. I am striving to be that person. And that's a huge switch for me, because I've never in my life have done it that way. I've always been pretty happy with filing late and paying. And I probably am my accountant's worst nightmare. I'm just one of those people. So I'm throwing that to the universe. I am working on becoming more financially fiscal in that department.
Well, I think it's just important to take a look at everything that you have going out, and could you be hanging on to some of the money that you do have going out?
Right.
So how much are you paying in your car insurance? How much are you paying in your
right.
just all of your expenses that are your monthly maintenance, so to speak, your, electricity,
right.
your water bill, your car insurance, all of the insurances that we pay. And then obviously the biggest one is your mortgage. Is it worth, once you fix your credit, it's definitely worth taking a look at refinancing, because usually with a big jump in your score, the amount you're going to save and put back in your pocket rather than paying out each month is pretty significant.
Yeah.
Pretty significant.
We had someone on, so if you pay one extra payment per year, how much, like 7 years
7
comes
years.
off?
Yes.
That's amazing. That's a huge number if you think about it. That's how much extra interest that's coming out of your pocket. So if you think about that, what can be better? Where can that money better suit you and start earning money for you?
Yeah,
So-
rather than throwing it out the window, it's
Right.
it's better to be in your pocket and you can allocate where you want that money to be spent rather than having higher rates for everything that you're paying out.
I think the important thing is money is energy, and our relationship with money, it is an energetic relationship. And I know a lot of it stems back to how we were raised, whether you were in lack or in excess, and it just came to you, or it didn't come to you.
How
But
does it flow?
How
The
does it flow? And are you blocking it from entering your life? And it is energetic.
It is.
And your relationship and how you view money and having money. Are you that person that always has money in your pocket?
Or is it always that you're giving it out and paying
right.
it out all the time?
Right. So those are important questions. If you want to join the conversation, call us. We're at 888-565-1470. Let's hear what your relationship with money is. We'd love to hear from you.
And what are people thinking about for 2018? Obviously, one of the most common goals is that people want to have more money coming in. They want to make more money. How are you setting yourself up to do that?
Right.
If you don't make a plan for something, it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter what the plan is for.
Right.
Whether it's making more money, having better circumstances, having better relationships in your life, whatever it is, if you're not working at it and having a plan and thinking about it, cognitively thinking about it and putting it out there, it's not going to come to you.
Right.
It just doesn't happen that,
Right.
boom, all of a sudden, here's a pot full of money, unless you're playing the lottery and that happens
That's
to hit,
true.
right?
And what are you willing to change? Because what's the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting the outcome to be different.
Right.
So, and it's that, I think we discussed this last week, that 1 degree of difference in your life can be huge. So we're not talking big steps. We're talking baby steps of differences. So whether it's what?
It's just something little. I think honestly, that's really what our whole goal is
Right.
to help educate people, so you can figure out what little step you can take. Whether it's one less coffee a week, whether it's how do you spend
Right.
in excess and how can you rein that in a little bit.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about your financial fitness in 2018.
All right.
Stay with us.
Celebrity Mortgage Corporation, where everyone is treated like a star. The process of obtaining a mortgage to purchase or refinance residential property doesn't have to be overwhelming. I'm Tanya Quarequio, the owner of Celebrity Mortgage and a licensed loan officer. Celebrity Mortgage has helped thousands of clients in Florida realize their dream of homeownership, and we can help you too. We know every family and individual is unique in their needs and requirements. As a mortgage brokerage business, we have access to hundreds of loan programs and thousands of lenders. We will help find the right program that works for you. Tanya Quarequio, NMLS 88836, Celebrity Mortgage, NMLS 206978, where everyone is treated like a star.
Did you know that having less than perfect credit can cost you upwards of $1 million in interest rates, fees, and other unnecessary charges over your lifetime? And did you know 80% of credit reports have errors causing lower credit scores? And did you know 43 million people have a credit score of 599 or less?
Less than perfect credit leaves you with little or no control. The Healthy Credit Gals can help. We are the Healthy Credit Gals. Let us show you how to create financial fitness and peace of mind. Tune in and let's talk credit on 1470 AM and 95.3 FM.
You've been listening to the Healthy Credit Gals inform you of how important good credit is and the stressful impact bad credit can have on your overall well-being. Visit our website at thehealthycreditgals.com and learn what options you have. Now, let's get back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody. So here we are in getting ready for 2018. And our big question to you is, if you're watching, you can see it. Are you financially fit? And how do you know that? You know, I mean,
Right.
you can ask yourself that question, and yeah, I'm pretty good.
Right.
But
there are two sides to that coin. So it's the getting your financial matters in order, and then how to earn more. So how to work with what you have right now and how to increase the money coming in. And so the first thing is we've discussed a little is do you know your budget? Have you ever looked at your budget? Do you know what's going out? And we have some great questions here.
yeah, so this is really if you want to reach out to us, you can find us on thehealthycreditgals.com or on our Facebook page. You can also find our phone number there, but really the first step is really finding out where your starting point is. So you take this financial fitness assessment, and some of the questions are pretty, relevant. How much is your monthly rent or your mortgage payment? That's obviously the biggest expense.
Usually the biggest.
And then what about your car payment? How much are your combined average monthly utility bills? All of your utility bills, including your cable, your phone. I mean, so many of us pay so much for having a cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. Every child in a family has a cell phone.
Right.
Seems like once they're like 7 or 8, they tend to get their own phone these days. So how much are you spending in all of these categories? We'll help you figure that out. Do you have childcare costs? That's a good one that sometimes, people don't think about how much it costs to have their children taken care of versus how much, maybe mom is working. Does it really make sense for mom to work?
For mom to be working? And those are some really valid questions. And pets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm experiencing that right now. My cat was diagnosed with diabetes. I can tell you it's at a pretty significant number into my monthly taking care of my cat. But I mean, I love my cat.
Yes.
I mean, what
pets are like part of your family.
Right.
So people spend, and it's usually it's a great business to be in because people will pay whatever, and it's cash.
Right. And it's not, I realized today, it's not, he was just recently diagnosed with diabetes, if many of you can maybe relate to this. So, and has been Fat Tony. He's Fat Tony. Well, now he's really kind of fat and lazy and I can't move. So the insulin alone and then the vet bills, but he, it makes the diabetes makes him drink more and pee more. So I'm buying kitty litter
Right.
where he used to go out. So now I have an extra $10 like almost every time I go shopping because he's peeing a lot. So, but it's that little thing that it
all adds up.
It all adds up, and you wonder, like, so do you know where your money's going?
Right.
And a lot of us are like, I don't even know where my money's going.
But that's what this is for.
Right.
This is to help you figure out where your money is going and think of those things that you might not think of. Another one is just additional loans and credit card bills. How much are those monthly for you? It can vary. Again, you're paying more interest and, late fees if you're not paying on time. And again, have to bring up the number one thing that affects your credit score is late payments.
And that is controlled by you.
So that's 35% of your credit score, and one late payment can really hit your credit score hard, like 80 to 100 points. It's really pretty significant. So you want to make sure, number one, if you're taking control of these things, that you're paying on time and that you're keeping your credit cards within that 30% that we always talk about.
I guess it was the end of the year and I've had some expenses and I realized my credit card got a little over that 30%. I did just pay a significant chunk toward that. My goal by January is to have that paid off. I get paid sometimes in chunks of money. So January, I get a chunk of money. And I do plan on paying off I want to be debt free. I'm going to throw that out there. I want to be debt free.
Debt free is a great goal to have. I think when you can achieve that and everything then coming in is just plus on the plus side.
Right.
And that's a great place to be. So getting things paid off and being able to just save and have money in case of expenses is a great place to be, honestly.
It's a really, really comfortable. And then how do you then you can take that money and have that money start to earn money for you.
Yes.
And that's a financial advisor or, but yeah.
So there's another aspect is really taking a look at what you do have for debt. And do you have like a debt consolidation plan? Do you have a debt payoff system? Do you have any kind of tools in place? That's something else that we highly recommend because you can plug in all of your numbers and it will give you a plan to help you pay off things quicker without paying more.
And that's a service we offer. That's something that the Healthy Credit Gals can help you with. And it's so important to know how.
And to know that you can pay things off quicker. That means that you're reaching that goal of being debt-free so much quicker. And then that's more money in your pocket, which is what we definitely want to help you with.
Right. And then, all right, so do we have a few more questions?
Sure. Do you know what your credit score is?
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have a 750 plus credit score? So that's really, when you achieve 750 plus, you're actually saving the most amount of money. And that's the goal that we want to help everybody achieve. No matter what your starting point is, that you can always raise your credit score.
Right.
I had somebody call me today and he said, we have a lot of people here that are coming from other countries, and they're actually bringing on, instead of having a social security number, they have some other kind of number that's called like a tax ID number that they have. It's not the tax ID for a business, but it's specific to somebody that comes in and has I believe it's a green card, or maybe they don't even have a green card yet. But when they come here and start working, they're given a number. You can apply for it, and it works just like a credit card number. I mean, a social security card number. And that is how people build credit or have bad credit without having a social security number attached to it. So anyway, this gentleman called me today, and he wanted to know I have something on there from a long time ago, but just recently, he's had a car loan for about 2 years. He went to go get a new car, and the dealership wasn't able to connect that number with his payments that he's been making for 2 years. He said that the dealership was telling him that number is a different number. That immediately makes me think of fraud. Right?
Or identity
And
theft.
Identity theft and fraud obviously are such a hot topic these days that brings us to another service that we have.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, are you protecting yourself? And identity theft is huge. I think Florida's probably the capital.
Florida's number one.
I mean,
actually, Broward, Dade County's number one in the whole country, with Broward being number 2 and Palm Beach being number 3 in the whole country, guys.
Right.
So what are you doing to protect your identity?
And I mean, do you go to the gas station and swipe your debit card? That's probably the biggest place that that's what I've been told. The gas stations is huge. But how else do you get gas these days?
Right.
So, you know, so if something is coming up a little off, you know, it could be that somebody has accessed your account. And hopefully your bank is watching your back, but maybe they're not.
So you definitely want to have LifeLock in place.
Yeah.
And that's another part of our service, our protection package. We don't just help you fix your credit. We want to make sure that you have everything in order that you need to protect your finances, as well as your credit and your identity.
Right, because once you do reach that 750, your credit score is a hot commodity.
And even before that, hey, listen, it's so funny that just recently somebody was telling me about their child. And a lot of children,
Right.
you don't know it because you don't expect them to have any kind of credit or any kind of debt.
And theirs is
yet
who's
that's a target, just like elderly people that are not working anymore and they don't really look at their credit. Same thing with children. So if you have children that are, you know, anywhere from a newborn, as soon as you're given a Social Security number,
right, that's up for
there
grabs.
can be any kind of fraudulent activity. So you make sure that you're checking. You can go on annualcreditreport.com and you can pull credit reports from all 3 credit bureaus for any Social Security number free once a year. And also these other ID numbers. It's just an identity number that's also the same amount of numbers as your Social Security number. And that's how a lot of foreigners are able to come into the country, work, and then build credit, or also bad credit affects them as well. And it's all listed under this number.
Right.
You want to make sure you're checking it, being proactive. You know, it's only once a year that you need to do it, at least to know what's on there. But most people don't even take a look.
Right. So what are you doing for 2018? What are your goals? What would you like to change? I think, you know, one of the other things that I've decided I want to give more. And there's 2 ways of giving. There's giving monetarily if you have it, and there's giving of time. Both are really incredibly valuable, and you know, there's a lot of people out there in need. So that's something else I'm throwing out to the universe. I'd like to give more, probably of my time at this point, because I have a little bit more time to give, and it's something that I haven't had the opportunity in the past to do. What about you, Lori?
You know, it's so rewarding. I have a little girl that I have had that I adopted, that I take care of, sending boxes to twice a year. I do it. And I just got her Christmas box sent off to her. But, you know, you can sponsor a child, and I've sponsored her since kindergarten. This was the 5th year, and I talked to her counselor and always know what her reaction is, and she always is just looking. Has my box from Miss Lori arrived yet? So, you know, it is rewarding, whatever you can do. And, you know, people that don't have much, they're going to appreciate anything that you can send. I mean, I send a big box twice a year, once at Christmas and once in the springtime, so that as she's getting out of school for the summer, I can send some summer things and some great, you know, creative. I always try to get her little artsy projects to work on and things that are educational, but also, I think, proactive, just energizing the mind and stimulating the brain to think is anything that you can do.
Yeah.
So jacks, or, did you ever play jacks when you were little?
Jacks.
Like just little jacks, little card games, artsy little projects to make things for her room.
No, that's great. And sometimes we just get so hung up on our issues, but that's the greatest way to realize there's a great big world out there, and a lot of people really do need assistance.
Yes.
And not to say we need to take care of ourselves first so that we have the ability to give. I mean, that's very important.
But I think it gives you something, it fills something up in you that if you're not giving time or something to somebody, you can't really appreciate how that makes them feel. Because when I get those calls and I get those texts and I get the pictures of her opening the gifts, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
It is very, very rewarding. So I definitely encourage people to do something to give back, because again, that creates another part of the flow.
It does.
When you're giving back, you're always going to receive something.
It's that energetic flow and relationship with money that you have enough to give. If you hold on, then that's the energy that you're giving out too.
Right.
So the ability,
it blocks the flow.
It blocks the flow. So we're all about flow here.
We want to make sure that we're giving out a lot of information for people to be able to, just create a better life.
Right.
Create better, not just financial health, although that's our focus. We really want to make sure that we're giving out all of our resources and all of our ideas of what we've experienced. We want to know what you've experienced by maybe giving to somebody. It's just giving time. Maybe it's going to a nursing home. Maybe it's going to, like, here we have Boca Helping Hands. There's so many places that people are in need and they look for service and help at these different organizations.
Whether it's mentoring a child or helping with animals or holding a sick baby or helping at the elderly care.
There's a lot of people in need.
There's a lot of people in need, and there's a lot of hungry people. So anyway, I think we are taking a break, and we will be right back.
Celebrity Mortgage Corporation, where everyone is treated like a star. The process of obtaining a mortgage to purchase or refinance residential property doesn't have to be overwhelming. I'm Tanya Quarequio, the owner of Celebrity Mortgage and a licensed loan officer. Celebrity Mortgage has helped thousands of clients in Florida realize their dream of homeownership, and we can help you too. We know every family and individual is unique in their needs and requirements. As a mortgage brokerage business, we have access to hundreds of loan programs and thousands of lenders. We will help find the right program that works for you. Tanya Quarequio, NMLS 88836, Celebrity Mortgage, NMLS 206978, where everyone is treated like a star.
Did you know most people have no idea how their credit score works? And no idea what their credit score is? Most people think just paying bills on time will ensure the best score possible. The reality is, 5 factors determine your credit rating: types of credit, length of credit, amount owed, inquiries, and payment history.
Did you know an employer can use your credit scores and history to determine whether they want to hire you? Your credit scores determine the premiums you pay for insurance on your car and homeowners insurance, as well as other premiums. Your credit score also determines the interest rates for your mortgage and car loans. Even your utilities and cell phone is based on your credit score. Crazy, right? Low credit scores is like flushing money down the drain.
We can put money back in your pocket. Tune in and let's talk credit. We are the Healthy Credit Gals. Let us show you how to create financial fitness and peace of mind.
You've been listening to the Healthy Credit Gals inform you of how important good credit is and the stressful impact bad credit can have on your overall well-being. Visit our website at thehealthycreditgals.com and learn what options you have. Now, let's get back to the show.
Hi, everyone, and we're back, and we've been talking about the energetic flow of money. We've talked a lot about budget and the money going out, and now let's talk about increasing that money coming in. So what are you doing to bring extra money in if you're in that situation where your ends aren't quite meeting, or you would just like more money coming in? Is it that second job? And there's two ways of looking at it. I mean, there's time for money, there's money and time, and there's a way of expanding on earning even when you're not working. That is probably the ultimate goal. Can you get there? We have an amazing opportunity with us, don't we?
We do. And I would say, a lot of people do not think about residual income because it's really not how we have been brought up. Most people have been brought up, we're not really exposed to any kind of entrepreneurship as we go through school,
right?
Grammar school and even like college. Now there are more colleges, I think, that are exposing our kids to thinking a little bit differently. And honestly, there's a lot of leaders in Think and Grow Rich. I keep thinking of, Robert Kiyosaki. There are a lot of entrepreneurs in this era that are trying to educate people on a different way of thinking.
Right. It's a different approach. And unless you grew up in an entrepreneurial family where your mom or your dad happened to run their businesses that way, it just may be very foreign to you, and you have to kind of look at it differently.
I think, honestly, like when I was exposed to it, it just made so much sense. It's like, why aren't people doing this?
Right.
And it may not be something that resonates with you. It doesn't resonate with everybody because a lot of people are not open to change. But if you are not if you're looking to make a change in the outcome, you have to make a change in what you're doing.
Right. And so one way to do that, and what we're talking about, listen, there's jobs out there. You work your 8 hours, you're earning your 10, your 20, maybe $30 an hour. Everyone has the same amount of time. There's 24 hours in a day. So our goal is how to best utilize that time and to use other people's energies in order to earn. And it becomes a win-win-win. And Financial Education Services is set up exactly like that. So you can trade time for money, and you can
Which is a job.
And
what we mean by that is if you are working a job and you're going in and you
get paid,
put your time in,
your 40 hours a week,
you get your paycheck, you're trading your time for money.
Right.
And you only have so much time, like you said.
Right.
So you're limited in how much you can make by working a job.
Right.
Even if you get a second job, if you don't show up to the job, you don't get the money. Right.
Right. And there's really, there's going to be a cap on that. For most people, you're going to reach a ceiling. You're only going to be able to go so high. Like I said, there's only so many hours in a day. So how to expand that?
And I thought when I was first exposed to growing a team and being able to leverage other people's time and other people's money, I just thought, wow, how brilliant is that? And why aren't more people doing that? Then there are a lot more people thinking and being open to that nowadays because, you said, you're limited if you're just trading your time for money.
And jobs and careers and that lifelong commitment to a company really no longer exists for most people. A lot of people, as many of you know, I'm in the health insurance industry. A lot of people are just, if I could just find a job where I'm getting health insurance, they're down to that. Just that's their goal.
Right. I hear that all the time.
Right. I need a job that's going to offer health insurance.
You got to have the benefits.
Right.
Well,
and the benefits are not being offered as freely anymore, and they're not great benefits either.
And a lot of people end up working a job that they just can't
they
stand
hate
just
for
to
the benefits.
have the benefits, which is just so crazy to me. I feel like, we've talked about this before, but I think being in your 50s, you kind of have a different mindset. When you look back, I don't have regrets I've made a lot of off the wall choices, but I have been able to change my thinking, getting outside of the small town that I grew up in and getting away from just the job mentality, being able to open my mind to having an opportunity work for you, where you're able to help people grow and then help your cash flow grow as well.
I mean, I personally look at this opportunity, it's brilliant. It's such a win-win-win. I mean, here we are in the financial services industry, helping people protect their finances, offering them an opportunity and teaching people how to protect and increase their financial intake, and earning money and offering the ability to earn money. Like, there's no we don't have a garage full of products. we don't have to have products.
No, our services are such needed.
It's our service, and we're offering such an amazing opportunity and service. Like, I really do think it's brilliant, and it's a win-win-win.
So it's actually, if you think about the statistics, it's over 80% of people in our country need credit help, and that's one of our basic services. But how many people in the country need more money? Need more on that incoming side? And there's a lot of single moms out there struggling that are looking for something to do from home. What I love about our opportunity is it's your own company.
Right.
So you have all the write-offs and the tax benefits of having your own business from home, but you make your own schedule. You basically create your own income by how much you work and how efficiently you work and how many people you help, as well as how many other agents that maybe want to have the same opportunity as what we're doing, working from home and helping others, helping them, train them, and grow their business is really so rewarding.
It's
because
so
it is.
exciting.
It's giving back to other people.
Right. So it's the whole, it's just an amazing opportunity, and you don't have to quit your day job. Almost the busier you are with this, the easier it is, because the more people you're able to come into contact with. So if you like going to Starbucks and opening up a conversation, you can continue to do that, and you go to work and you let everyone know what you're doing, and you just
pretty soon people start calling you because you are now their credit specialist, their financial specialist. They don't make a move without calling you first or referring people. Hey, I have a client. We work with a lot of businesses that need credit-worthy clients, such as mortgage brokers, car dealerships, realtors. Yeah, just it really is just a great industry. And I would say to you, if it's something that piques your interest, take a look at our opportunity. Go to thehealthycreditgals.com and look under our business opportunity and check it out. Leave us a message. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. We'll absolutely share openly because that's exactly what we're very transparent in our company. It's not about recruiting people. It's about sharing a great business opportunity.
Right. If you can walk and if you can talk, you can do this. You don't even have to walk, actually. So if you can talk, you do need to talk, and you have to have the ability to open up a conversation. And sometimes it's telling that person in front of you in line at Publix she has great shoes and she's going to be your best friend forever. And, it's that simple.
It's helping people with a solution that they're looking for anyway. So on that note, I think we'll take our last break. We want to come back and share with you what you need to do once you do create that other initial flow of money into your household. What are you doing to protect it? What are you doing to make plans for the future, for your children, and have everything in place for the future for them? So stay with us. We'll be right back with a little more information for you.
Celebrity Mortgage Corporation, where everyone is treated like a star. The process of obtaining a mortgage to purchase or refinance residential property doesn't have to be overwhelming. I'm Tanya Quarequio, the owner of Celebrity Mortgage and a licensed loan officer. Celebrity Mortgage has helped thousands of clients in Florida realize their dream of homeownership, and we can help you too. We know every family and individual is unique in their needs and requirements. As a mortgage brokerage business, we have access to hundreds of loan programs and thousands of lenders. We will help find the right program that works for you. Tanya Quarequio, NMLS 88836, Celebrity Mortgage, NMLS 206978, where everyone is treated like a star.
Did you know that having less than perfect credit can cost you upwards of $1 million in interest rates, fees, and other unnecessary charges over your lifetime? And did you know 80% of credit reports have errors causing lower credit scores? And did you know 43 million people have a credit score of 599 or less?
Less than perfect credit leaves you with little or no control. The Healthy Credit Gals can help. We are the Healthy Credit Gals. Let us show you how to create financial fitness and peace of mind. Tune in and let's talk credit on 1470 AM and 95.3 FM.
You've been listening to the Healthy Credit Gals inform you of how important good credit is and the stressful impact bad credit can have on your overall well-being. Visit our website at thehealthycreditgals.com and learn what options you have. Now, let's get back to the show.
Okay, hi everyone, we're back. And we've been talking about that flow of money coming in. So we've been talking about residual and using other people's energies in order for that to happen. So imagine that you wake up on a weekly basis and you have money in your account, whether you've actually worked that week or not.
Every Thursday, by the way.
Can you imagine that? And it's a beautiful thing when money starts rolling in, whether you've actually put in time and energy. Of course, you do need to keep up the time and energy toward it so the money continues to flow. But it's a very, I'm there. I've got money coming in. And
multiple streams of income. That's what we always talk about too.
Right. Multiple streams. And I'm planning my 2018 and I'm pretty excited. I'm getting my budget down as to what I'm doing and where I want to go, and so yeah. So that's, can you imagine having money coming in, whether you have actually worked that full week or not, or how you've worked it? Mm-hmm. And so now we have the money coming in, and Lori's gonna throw in a few more details here.
Well, honestly, I just want to make sure we're not leaving anything out. We want to make sure that people are aware. This is one of the services that we do. It's called My Care Plan, and this is setting up your last will, your trust, and both your health care and financial powers of attorney. If you haven't done this yet and you have children or you own property, you need to have this in place. It's such a simple process.
And it's really important.
What I wanted to share with you is this binder is how our company will send to you the final product. So what you do is you go online and you go through a process of different questions. The actual program educates you on every step of the way. Plus, we do have customer service for all of our services, but you're actually able to call in and speak to a specialist that deals just with this. We have 2 girls at our corporate office that they'll call you back with any kind of answers if they don't have the answer, but typically they can answer anything because this is what they deal with. I was pleasantly surprised at how easy this was. It was a process where each step, it educates you, you read about it, and then you pick who you want to go in that as that person. So I would say my healthcare power of attorney and your financial power of attorney are the things that you have to think about the most. Mm-hmm. But you can also set up, as complicated as you want, your distributions. When something happens to you, how do you want not just your money distributed, but all of your assets? How do you want those distributed? Where are those located? Will people know where to go and find your things, or are they going to have to go and search for things through your house?
Right. And keep in mind, there are attorneys. There's estate planning attorneys that charge a tremendous amount of money. And that, they have their clientele.
Yes.
We all don't fall into that category of an estate planning attorney or have the budget to.
Listen, it can be extremely costly to do that. But this is part of our service.
This is part of the service that you're paying for. And if you do have a family, you do have bank accounts. And who's on the bank account? If something happens to you, will anyone else be able to access
your money?
That money.
Pay your
it's
bills.
That simple. So
and pay your bills. Honestly,
right.
You want to make sure your bills are getting paid, even if you're in a coma.
Right.
You want to make sure that, your plan obviously is to come out of that coma and be able to ring in the new year and be able to live life to your fullest. So you want to make sure everything that you've worked so hard for is accounted for and passed on in the simplest and most giving way without stressing out your family.
Right. Debt does not go away just because you've passed on.
Right.
And that's something to consider for your family that you love. And none of us know. None of us have a crystal ball. I mean, if we did, this would be so much simpler. So, it is planning for the inevitable and in planning in a way that makes your family enjoy the time they had with you.
And be able to grieve. I mean, my goodness.
Right.
When something unexpected happens, you don't want people to be stressed about trying to figure out what you have and where you have it. That's another one of our services. Do you want to talk about the financial lockbox?
The lockbox. So I think it's like $58 billion of uncollected 401ks and insurance policies. It's an amazing number because insurance companies do not go looking for the beneficiary. The beneficiary has to go looking for you, but the beneficiary has to know there's a life policy out there. And a lot of people go ahead, you get the life policy, you put it on the shelf, you put it in a file, and maybe it's 10, 20, 30 years, and who knows where anything is. So this is an electronic means of notifying the beneficiaries of what's out there, what's available, who the policy's with, and how to access it. And what
it's
an
not
amazing
even just
gift.
It's not even just that. You can actually put in all of your basic information,
all your
where
bank
your
accounts are,
who your planner is, if you have a 401k, how to access that, who to reach out to. So you don't have to put all the details in there of how much it is and all of that kind of stuff, but you definitely want to
who should be notified in the event of.
You want there to be contact information because it really is just a secure place where there will be somebody notified if something were to happen to you, so that they can go and just access all your information without digging through all of your belongings at your house.
Right. I don't know if any of you have done that. I mean, you've gone through a parent's house after they've deceased, and there's nobody to ask where it is.
No.
And do you even know what you're looking for? You may come across files. They may get thrown away, and then what? So it's just that. Once again, it's that peace of mind that you're doing the right thing and it's going to land in the right place, because it doesn't always.
No, it doesn't always. And sometimes, like you said, a lot of those insurance policies and even 401ks go unclaimed because nobody knows they exist.
And bank accounts sit there long enough, eventually the bank takes it over.
And all that money goes back to those companies if it's not claimed. So you want to make sure that you've worked so hard for all of that incoming flow, and you want to make sure that your family and however you want it distributed. Maybe it's not even family members. Maybe you don't have family members that you want it to go to. Maybe it's, friends, or maybe it's a charity, maybe it's a church. Whatever it is, you can get your wishes put in writing so that somebody knows what to do with your things.
Right.
Super important.
Really important and so special. I mean, it's just the completion of making sure that everything you've already done to date is completed.
So let's talk now about what are you doing for the new year? Everybody is getting ready to ring in the new year in just a few days. And I think it's just super amazing that here we are at the end of the year, and we can actually think about and plan not only how to ring in the new year. That's really the smallest part of it. It's really, what are your plans for 2018? Do you have some great plans? And what are you making shifts in? How are you changing what you're doing now to create more for yourself and for your loved ones and for your family, and just better karma?
We'd love to hear. We'd love to help you figure it out as well. Lori just got back last night. She travels more than anybody I know, but that's she can.
That's the benefit of just not having a job, not having a boss. I mean, I'm my own boss, and I can be pretty tough on myself sometimes. And
you can work in every one of these ports that you land in.
I actually get to prioritize, and for the holidays, it was a priority for me to get to Michigan, as cold as it was, to be with my family and spend time with my 92-year-old grandma and my parents. And it was just really a lot of good home time for me. So what about you? What have you been doing to wrap up the end of the year? Anything special?
Well, as many of you know, I wrapped up with the crazy insurance enrollment, but it was, you know what? This year was great compared to last year, because it ended on December 15th for me, for the most part. So I think I got I have amazing clients.
Thank you.
Thank you. I got them all in, I believe, and looking more focused. Now I have complete focus on the credit, on the financial education services that I'm going to be focusing on, and going to see my mom. My mom's birthday is New Year's Day. So
awesome.
She's in Orlando, so doing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day with my mom.
So that's the best thing. I think when you have the flexibility of time, that was really what I was after. That's what was so amazing to me. I was able to not only be home to celebrate Christmas, but my father's 75th birthday. It's the first time that our whole family was able to go out to dinner.
That's so nice.
And I can't even tell you how many years. My sister, her family, the kids, my mom and dad. I mean, that hasn't happened in, I can't even tell you how many years that we haven't all gone out. So it really is a blessing just to be able to take control of your time and be able to plan what is important for you and how you want to spend your time.
Right, because we all have the same amount of time.
So we're wishing you all a very, very safe New Year and
a year of abundance.
A year of abundance coming in 2018. And we'll be back next week.
Health, financial, and otherwise. And Happy New Year.
Have a very safe weekend and Happy New Year, everybody.
You've been listening to the Healthy Credit Gals with solutions on how to create financial fitness and peace of mind. Visit our website, thehealthycreditgals.com, or call us at 888-315-3182. See you next week. Same time, same place for more tips and info. Enjoy the weekend.
The opinions expressed